In February 1916, German Chief of Staff Erich von Falkenhayn devised Operation Gericht, a brutal strategy to bleed France white by targeting Verdun, a symbol of French pride. The plan relied on attrition, forcing France to defend the fortress city at all costs. German high command believed France would sacrifice endless lives, crippling its morale. Kaiser Wilhelm II approved the operation, setting the stage for one of Douaumont's bloodiest battles. Verdun's fall would destabilize France, but Falkenhayn underestimated their resilience. On February 21, 1916, over 1,200 German guns unleashed a 9-hour artillery barrage, raining 1 million shells on French trenches near Verdun. The bombardment, unprecedented in scale, turned forests into splinters and trenches into graves. French soldiers, caught unprepared, described it as hell on earth. By dawn, German infantry advanced, expecting minimal resistance. Yet, amidst the chaos, isolated French strongholds held firm, foreshadowing the grueling battle ahead. By February 25th, German troops captured Fort Douaumont, Verdun's largest fortress, without a fight. A small German patrol exploited undefended tunnels, shocking French high command. The fort's fall was a psychological victory for Germany, but its strategic value was limited. French morale plummeted, yet the loss galvanized their resolve. General Philippe Pétain, tasked with defending Verdun, declared, "They shall not pass." The stage was set for a grueling counteroffensive. General Pétain orchestrated a relentless supply chain along the Voie Sacrée, Sacred Road, the only route into Verdun. Day and night, trucks delivered 90,000 troops and 50,000 tons of supplies weekly, defying German artillery. Pétain's logistics saved Verdun, but the human cost was staggering. Rotating troops every 2 weeks minimized shell shock, yet soldiers faced relentless bombardment. The road became a symbol of French tenacity, paving the way for eventual counterattacks. By spring 1916, Verdun descended into a nightmarish stalemate. Trenches became death traps, with corpses piling up in no man's land. German and French forces launched futile assaults, gaining mere meters at the cost of thousands. Rain turned the battlefield into a quagmire, drowning the wounded. One soldier wrote, "Verdun isn't a battle, it's a slaughterhouse." Both sides were locked in a cycle of attack and counterattack, with no end in sight. Artillery caused 70% of Verdun's casualties, with shells obliterating entire battalions. German Jack Johnson heavy mortars and French 75mm guns dueled across the Meuse. The landscape morphed into a lunar wasteland, with craters overlapping craters. Soldiers dubbed it the furnace. Survival often depended on luck. Innovations like creeping barrages emerged, but the sheer scale of destruction underscored industrialized warfare's horror. In October 1916, General Robert Nivelle led a daring French counteroffensive, retaking Fort Douaumont and Fort Vaux. Using precision artillery and small unit tactics, French forces overwhelmed German defenders. The victory, though costly, marked a turning point. German morale wavered as resources diverted to the Somme. Nivelle's cry of "they shall not pass" became reality, but the battle's toll was irreversible, over 300,000 dead on each side. Verdun's psychological scars ran deeper than its physical ones. Survivors suffered shell shock, today's PTSD, with many unable to speak or move. Field hospitals overflowed, amputations were routine. One nurse wrote, "The men are empty, like ghosts." The battle consumed a generation, leaving villages without fathers and sons. By December, both sides were exhausted, but Verdun's legacy of suffering endured. When the battle ended on December 18th, the landscape was unrecognizable. Villages like Fleury-devant-Douaumont were erased, forests were reduced to stumps. The Zone Rouge, Red Zone, was so littered with unexploded shells that farming became impossible. Aerial photos revealed a pockmarked wasteland. The French had held, but at what cost? Verdun became a symbol of war's futility, a lesson the world would soon forget. Today, Verdun's ossuary holds the bones of 130,000 unidentified soldiers. Memorials like the Douaumont Cemetery honor the fallen, reminding us of war's human cost. The battle redefined military strategy, emphasizing logistics and morale. Yet its greatest lesson endures: wars of attrition solve nothing. As historian Antoine Prost noted, Verdun was a battle neither side could afford to win or lose.